sooner or later, humanity will be forced to make a major decision. Are we going to become number 2 species or not? And, being political, some people, it's a dream to build this stuff. There's a whole universe, right? These guys are the cosmists, based on the word cosmos, the universe. There's a trillion stars out there, right?
And they see this as the way to get access to this universe by building the AI.
Yeah.
Right.
God building.
God building.
Because these guys, most in practice, most of them are atheists. They're not traditionally religious.
Right. Scientists aren't typically religious.
Yeah, right. Because the
religion
analytical,
out of you.
They know that
There's
humanity has invented over 100,000 different gods. Every little primitive tribe invents its own gods in their own properties. Like Chinese gods have eyes like this, and New Guinea gods have pigs, and stuff like that. So they're not traditionally religious, but they're human beings. Like every culture, if you're an anthropologist, there are a few culturally universals, like the incest taboo is pretty well. Every culture seems to have it. But another one's religion. We have this built into our brains, probably in our DNA, a religiosity.
Right.
So these cosmists have that too. So for them, building these godlike creatures, these artilects, artificial intellect, so godlike, massively intelligent machines, is a kind of religion, like a scientist's religion.
Okay.
And it's a really powerful force.
Right.
Like.
Plus, it's the ultimate invention, isn't it? Like when you're doing it, you're thinking.
How you look at it. I mean, you can say it's the beginning, because
the beginning. What do you mean?
Every time you, I think we talked a little bit about this last time, but every time you scale down in your technology, like to 1,000 times smaller, your computational capacity goes up by a factor of 1 trillion, right? Like here's 2 computational units. You put them 1,000 times closer. Well, in a unit volume, you can put 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000. That's 1 billion more components in that unit volume. And because they're 1,000 times closer, the signaling speed between them goes up by 1,000. So you get 1 billion times 1,000. That's 1 trillion. And each time you go down, so nanotech, picotech, femtotech, attotech, and so on and so on. You go right down to the Planck scale, like 10 to minus 34 of a meter. So one of the crazy ideas came up with is, as you scale down, smaller is faster.
The investment club gives us a chance to think about what wealth really is.
It gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals.
We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs.
The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done.
When I have questions, there's members of the club willing to support and help.
Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical.
It's about educating and making possibilities for everybody in the world.
Joining the investment club can bring you wealth, resources, community, and a more joyful time.
It is one of the best decisions I've ever made.
So for all we know, there may be hyper-civilization, way beyond the artilect, the other civilizations out there. There's 1 trillion stars, right? And most of them are billions of years older than ours.
Right.
Now that's the big picture that the cosmists look at. I think it's their strongest argument, the big picture. There's a whole universe out there. And I'll get emotional.
We're trying to protect our own little carbon-based life form. We're so small thinking, myopic.
We pathetic little human beings snuffed out in 80 years in a universe that's billions of years old, right? I get really emotional. It's a very powerful driver, right? the cosmist drive. And on the other hand, if these cosmists get to do what they really want to do, build these artilects, these godlike creatures, and once they become like super duper smart, way above us, they may look on us the way, mosquito, well, I tread on ants when I go for a walk in the forest or something. I don't give a damn. As a human being, I don't give a damn. They're such inferior creatures to me. I don't care.
Right.
So you see the analogies. If these godlike creatures are made, they may see human beings as like, a pest, a cancer, spreading all over the earth, eating up raw materials, destroying the earth, etc., etc. You seen the movie, the first Matrix movie?
Yes.
Mr. Smith? Remember his famous line?
Yeah.
You are a disease, and we are the cure.
It's pretty accurate. You said you get emotional, and you said 80 years. Why did you say 80 years, and why do you get emotional?
I get emotional because of the grandeur of the cosmic vision. That's why I call them cosmists, based on the word cosmos.
You get emotional because...
The grandeur of it.
The grandeur of it, okay. And what's 80 years?
That's my definition of an old man, and I'm 3 years away from it.
Okay.
My father got to 100, and that's rare. I mean, one male in Western countries, one male in 5,000 or so gets to that. I'm hoping to do the same.
Why do you mention your age when you're talking about the cosmos?
Good question. I have to think about that.
That you're an older man and you shouldn't get emotional, but you are, because it's such a beautiful concept. It's so powerful. It's so magnificent.
It is.
That you get emotional about it, because you're some days a cosmist and some days an artilect. A Terran.
Saying last time, I am so torn on this issue.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.